Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the NASCAR Vernors Cup Series. We got a very exciting, hopefully, race today. Last weekend, of course, was Talladega. That's right. And the dude won. Peter Andrzak won in a part-time start. As you can see, the space for a 43rd car. That would really have helped some team out this weekend. Excuse me for the yawn, but today is the Crown Royal presents the Tetsutetsu 400. That's right, the Your Name Here 400 promotion is back. In a totally random race fan. It would have been Casper the Friendly Ghost who would have needed that extra pit stall, by the way. He failed to qualify for today's race. Along with Blaze Alexander, Chick Corea, Grover Cleveland, and Hank Hill. So that's 5 full-time drivers missing the race, which means we have 3 part-time drivers making the race, along with the other 39 full-time entries. Before we can get to the green flag here at Richmond, we gotta go figure out who is starting where. And I'm sure by process of elimination you can figure out the 39, but we gotta also figure out the 3 as well. Anyway, what I'm trying to say is Bela Fleck is on pole here, looking for career win number 2, and he's starting alongside Marco Polo in the subway car. Speaking of which, here is Rick Mast in the number 98. The second car for Woody Woodpecker Racing. The Woodpecker Racing. Starting alongside the subway car of Carl Edwards, who won this race in 2016. Then it's Al Capone. He's going to start next to Dave Marcus. Oh, you can see how the fender flares out. I wonder if that's what fender flare is. Anyway, Telly Savalas, the 92 car, will start next to Count Dracula. This car won the fall race. At least number 11 did. In 2018. Then Denzel Washington and James Bond will round out that row. A very interesting row as we see former champion Richard Simmons start alongside the legendary Hut Strickland. Then Jerry Springer and Joe Biden. Billy Mays will start next to Alfred Hitchcock. Then Donald Fagen will start alongside Morgan Freeman, and Snoop Dogg will start next to Woody Harrelson. Getting closer to the back now. Think we're about halfway through the pack? Yes. There's stall 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. Iggy Koopa and Brendan Gaughan, who is your new points leader. Taking it over from Geddy Lee, starts right behind, along with Tom Jones. Then Stephen George and Crow T Robot, Harrison Ford, and Woody Woodpecker of the main Woodpecker Racing entry. Then David Dayton and Kathy Bates. Oh, the perfect row. Row 16. Oh, this is a thing of beauty. Nathan McCain starts alongside Rick Scott. Look at that. Is the most beautiful row in history. Nathan, the Raven West row. Bob Ross will be starting next to Jeff Lynne. Then Tom Hanks and Brian Wilson. John Cena, who has won at this track before. Burt Reynolds. Then Al Roker and Peter Perfect. Rounding out the field will be Ian Anderson and Walter White.
Drivers, start your engine!
Perfectly timed. Walter White won this exact race 2 years ago. And Tom Hanks was the winner of it last year. I think we only had the one Richmond race last year. So only, I want to say 5 former Richmond winners are in the field. Because I think Dave Marcus has won here. And I know Carl did in the bump and run in 2016. As the field gets set, we get set for the running of the Crown Royal. Presents the Tetsutetsu 400. Yes, Dave Marcus here has won twice here. Green flag is out. Oh, he inherited the 71 from Nord Krauskopf. And look at this, Rick Mast already into the race lead. What a crazy set of circumstances. Rick Mast will take the lead on lap 1. Marcus already falling back. Hey, both times Dave Marcus has won here. He started from the out. Last time Dave Marcus won a cup race was in '82. It was at Richmond before it was reconfigured into this, but he did start from the 6th place. And only led 5 laps. So the precedent is there as he's to the inside. Rick Mast leading in the number 98. Dave Marcus and Carl Edwards all in the top 10. God, this looks like a lineup. As now, Bela Fleck had faded down to 3rd. He's looking for 2nd on Al Capone and will clear. Capone trying to fight back on the outside. Marcus back up to 5th position. Look, as you can see, Carl really stuck on the outside. Look at Hutt is working his way through the pack. Rick Master leader in the early going, but Bela Fleck wants to change that. Carl Edwards, who has 28 career wins. 2 coming at Richmond, 2013 fall and 2016 spring. It's 2 wins for Carl and Marcus. A win each for Walter White, John Cena, and Tom Hanks. Problems for the 32 of Woody Harrelson finds himself on pit road. Looks like a wheel problem. Oh, look at that. It just happened mid-pack. He caused a few drivers to check the heck up. Holy Lord of the Lord, man. Oh! Woody Woodpecker got punted into the wall. No caution. Nathan McCain not having a good race. Oops, and they just were all running their fast, hot laps. Rick Scott towards mid-pack along with Carl. That 02 and the 15 were designed by the local Raven West cars were designed by the same person who designed the 15, so you can't say ski making's dead. Woody Woodpecker almost hits the wall. Now he's gonna come back onto the track. Don't merging right into traffic. They are 3 wide at Richmond. That is the thing. He has 3 laps down. Woody Harrelson is 1 lap down. But Rick Mast is in striking distance. And Dave Marcus is going for 3rd place. He is all over the back bumper of that 44 machine. Caution is out. Oh, we got a spin. We got a spin. And we got a car blowing up. So, we had reports. Oh, God, they're almost like... What? Something amiss on the engine of the 3. So we're going to go to the... Oh, God, he stacked up like the entire field. Oh, Rick Scott got turned by David Dayton. And that brings out the yellow. Ah, both Ravenless cars at the back. Them's the tough breaks. Wow, look at that. That looks like a play. Oh! Oh, Lord! Lordy! John Cena! Not John Cena, it's Count Dracula, Walter White. Oh my God, everybody is pitting. No, there is John Cena, so a lot of cars got all binged up. Oh, what happened to Mark? That's not Mark, it's Al Roker. Oh, another spin at the back. Oh, Brendan Gaughan turned him across the nose. Oh, Lord. What a mess. So basically, everybody pits. Not everybody. Pit strategy. Oh, no, these guys are lapped. No wonder why. It looks like Dave Marcus wins the race off pit road. No, he's second. Rick Mast and Dave Marcus are going to be 1-2. What a time to be alive. Rick Marcus and Rick Mast and Dave Marcus. Hut Strickland is going to move up the 6th spot. No, 5th. Oh, Lord. So as we jump up to live action, oh Lord. What is this? And so a camshaft has failed on the 3. 21 is a lap down. This will be very interesting. A 32, especially if it's a multi-wide restart. It's going to be a double file, isn't it? Oh, this could hurt the 98 and 71 unless they get the jump of K-Gabs. Poor Woody Woodpecker. Got putterinoed. Ooh, is he moving down? He is moving down. Okay, this will be very interesting. Bela Fleck might be the K. Actually, no. Might be. Since Fleck will be all but on top of it, you'll have to take a very big line. It might be Billy Mays. But yes, after what's going to be... So it's going to be... What do you... As we get to your restart, your new top 10... It's going to be... Oh, God, look at team orders. Those are the 2 Woodpecker Racing cars leading us to the green. It's Rick Mast, Dave Marcus, Bela Fleck, Billy Mays, Al Capone, Hut Strickland, Jerry Springer, Snoop Dogg, Jeff Lynne, and Stephen George. What a top 10. We're back green, and the Crown Royal presents the Tetsutetsu 400, and it's Bela Fleck gonna make the move. Oh no, the lap cars. The lap cars are gonna cost Rick Mast and Dave Marcus several spots. Oh no, Rick Mast with a power move will indeed hold on to the lead and have a lap car buffer to boot. It's going to be Dave Marcus caught up on the outside. Can he get to the inside before Jerry Springer plugs the hole? No, both him and Hut Strickland are caught high. Oh no. Oh, Dave Marcus trying to get around the 32, putting it 3 wide. He's in the middle. The 18's there. He wants to get down to that bottom. He's fighting. But the guys behind him to the inside are just too fast, and the guys who are getting by him are just too slow. Snoop Dogg, not. It's a perfect opportunity if he can swoop down. No, Snoop Dogg is blocking him. Oh, can you see this? Oh! Big crash. Woody Harrelson's around in the back. Oh, avoid him! Oh, Telly Savalas. And Count Dracula with terrible hits. Caution is out. Woody Woodpecker will get one of his laps back. Oh, Woody Harrelson, the lap car, gets turned. Let's see what on earth caused it. It looked like Hut Strickland. Hut Strickland just... Oh, Hut turned him off the corner. Oh, Hut. Oh, and look at this. David Dayton slamming the barrier, and we saw what happened. Dayton... Very interesting job, but Woody Harrelson... Looks like a lot of the people are going to avoid him. But then look at all these guys were going high to avoid, and then... Oh, Nathan McCain got a piece of it, but oh, just so much indifference, and Telly Savalas just smashes in. Count Dracula involved too. What a mess. So you can see Nathan McCain receiving service. Rick Mast, your leader, I should say, is leading this race at the moment. Al Capone, Bela Fleck, Jerry Springer, Snoop Dogg, your top 5. Then it's Dave Marcus, Burt Reynolds, Hut Strickland, Billy Mays, and Marco Polo. Jeff Lynne, Iggy Koopa, Kathy Bates, James Bonnie, and Anderson. Stephen George, John Cena, Peter Perfect, David Dayton, and Geddy Lee. Bob Ross, Donald Fagen, Crow T. Robot, Joe Biden, Carl Edwards, who started 4th, back to 25th. Denzel Washington, Walter White, Morgan Freeman, Alfred Hitchcock, Rick Scott, Al Roker, Tom Jones, Brendan Gaughan, Harrison Ford, Tom Hanks, Brian Wilson, Nathan McCain, your lead lap drivers. It looks like Woody Woodpecker is going to end up in 38th when all is said and done. The completed 24 will be 26 laps at least under yellow before we go back green. And, yes, and Woody Woodpecker is gotten around Telly Savalas and Count Dracula, who are out of the race after that accident, tire issue, officially forcing out the 32 of Woody Harrelson, and finishing last will be Richard Simmons with a camshaft issue. We are going to go back to green. With 74 laps remaining, and the Crown Royal presents the Tetsutetsu 400. As he rushes by everybody. Woody Woodpecker. You saw how easy it was for him. Now Al Capone is pretty much in the position Bela Fleck was in. I mean, Bela Fleck's still in third, but Al Capone will be the first guy without a lapped car to his inside. Dave Marcus, we saw an incredibly fast machine. He can make a move to the inside here. He'll be golden. So will Hut Strickland. I mean, so will any of these guys, pretty much. Circuit City. Very competitive race, although I think Rick Mast has led every lap. Green flag back out. Woody Woodpecker not quite getting the jump he wanted on his teammate to try and get a lap back. Dave Marcus being taken to the inside by Burt Reynolds, but Hut Strickland made it 3 wide, but Burt's the one who makes it stick. Gosh darn it. Rick Mast will clear his lapped teammate, Jerry Springer, now in the second place. Hut Strickland now getting to the inside of Dave Marcus. Marcus having won 5 times before, but Hut Strickland has never won. Also never winning in this top 10. Marco Polo has never won. Al Capone. Springer, I don't think, has won a cup race. And neither has your race leader, Rick Mast. Just set his fastest lap of the race, but it's... 10 people have laid down a faster lap, including Richard Simmons, who is out of the leg. But Strickland just laid down his fastest lap. Second fastest car is Dave Marcus, so you know he's got a fast machine. The only machine that's lapped faster is Brendan Gaughan. Several drivers fading towards the back. See, oh, look at all that sheet metal crumpled on the side of the 15. The Michigan State University Chevrolet Monte Carlos. We've got a battle for the lead on our hands all of a sudden. Snoop Dogg looking to the inside here, looking to take the lead from Rick Mast. Snoop Dogg only one career win, that being at Daytona, the night race last year. That heck of a race. Side by side, as this will allow Woody Woodpecker to close back in. Snoop Dogg clear off of 4. Now Woodpecker looking to clear his own teammate. Granted, Woodpecker 2 laps down. But he's shown he has had the pace to get those laps back, even after being punted into the wall. Now this will put Woody Woodpecker, not Woody Woodpecker, his put Rick Mast into the clutches of Burt Reynolds. Burt Reynolds, though, yeah, he's the highest running Dodge. All of a sudden, oh, caution is out. What on earth? Alfred Hitchcock and Rick Scott. Oh my goodness, what a terrible... Where is Tom Jones going? Oh, okay. I was not sure at all how this one started. So Bob Ross slides up a bit. Off the corner. Oh, and Peter Perfect just accidentally turns Bob Ross down right into Geddy Lee. Sends the 99 spinning. Ross tags the wall here. Biden's going to get some damage. So this is going to... Oh, Washington going to get some damage. They'll send them up into the Crow, and then Al Roker will pile. And now Carl is going to... That's where Carl get... Oh, Brendan gone! Head on into the 99. Carl. And then, oh, geez. Oh, there's David Dayton in the gone. He's a goner. Oh, I don't know what's going on here. Oh, man. Look at Tom Hanks gamering it to the outside. Look at this. All these... Alfred Hitchcock, Harrison Ford. Oh, God. Alfred Hitchcock nearly spins. Oh, he gets punted by Nathan McCain. Tom Jones. Stuck on the inside wall. Did he just teleport? He teleported. No. That was an interesting way to get to pit. And, oh, he just idioted himself into the pit walls. He's trying to get back on the racing surface. Oh, a whole lot of... Oh, Jerry Springer pits from 5th. What is this about? Oh, we're hearing some serious damage, wheel damage. Tire down on the 24. So we go jump back up to live action. We see Snoop Dogg, your leader. Rick Mass second. Burt Reynolds third. Hut Strickland fourth. Al Capone fifth. Then Marco Polo, Bela Fleck, Billy Mays, Kathy Bates, and James Bond. As David Dayton is indeed retired from this event, he'll be running in the 38th spot. Oh, we're going to have a slew of laps. We're going to have 5 lapped cars for this restart. Any Marco Polo. Oh no, this could be disastrous. Or it could be good depending on how slow these guys are. This could be just what a Rick Mast, a Burt Reynolds, a Hut Strickland wants to see, depending on how sluggish these guys are. So you see Brendan Gaughan, Alfred Hitchcock, Woody Woodpecker, who's a lap down compared to these guys, Geddy Lee, and Tom Jones, all gonna line up to the inside. Oh, you can see there's enough damage. You can actually see underneath the hood of the 62 a little. You can obviously see under the hood of the 99 because there's no hood. No hood. Rush. Geddy Lee's own band pulled his sponsorship from his own car mid-race. Green flag is out. As you can see, Gaughan is sluggish. Oh, no. Hut Strickland does not get a good restart, but you know who else doesn't? It's Geddy Lee. But it doesn't matter. Hut Strickland's going to be taken multi-wide. 1898-2, easily clear of the lap cars, and of course, it'll be the 90 who's caught out. Well, Hut Strickland making a gamer move to hold on to a top 5 spot, only losing 1 spot to Al Capone in the process. Good job. I know I'm supposed to remain unbiased as a commentator. Gosh darn it, I just can't help it sometimes. Anyway, Woody Woodpecker running behind 3 cars. He needs to get around 3 cars and quickly. If recent incidents have been any indication. Oh, they're 3 wide. This is a thing. This certainly is a thing. Oh! Oh no, Dave Marcus! Oh, the big one! Oh! Absolute calamity! It was Denzel Watt, Jerry Springer, Harrison Ford, John Cena, Carl Edwards, Dave Marcus, Nathan McCain, I think were all involved in that. No, okay, McCain wasn't. Oh, Jeff Lynne was involved, though. Oh, a terrible hit for Billy Mays. Peter Perfect. Brian Wilson. Yes, Denzel Washington. John Cena. Oh, Billy Mays has destroyed his automobile. Let's just Let's just watch that one again. Billy Mays from Tampa, Florida goes into the wall. He has destroyed it. Yes, invoking. Almost the entire field also coming down. This should shake up the entire running order. Oh, Hutt lost a spot. Snoop Dogg, now Burt Reynolds. Oh, Burt Reynolds. Rick Mast, Al Capone, Kathy Bates, Hutt Strickland, Donald Fagen, Morgan Freeman, Bela Fleck, and Stephen George. Look like your new running order here. Kyle stays on the lead lap. That's good for his hopes. Woody Woodpecker's out. I mean, he's running. He's out of his pit stall. So he will likely at least end up in 37th. And he will pass Billy Mays, who has already been taken to the infield care center after that hard lick. They need to put some safer barriers on that inside wall. So that's indeed the top. Ooh. So Marco Polo is actually in the top 10. Stephen George, Ian Anderson, Al Roker, Rick Scott, James Bond, John Cena, Bob Ross, Walter White, Tom Hanks, Jeff Lynne, Iggy Koopa, Crow, T-Robot, Joe Biden, Dave Marcus. Dave Marcus down to 24th. Just bad luck. Denzel Washington, Brian Wilson, Harrison Ford, Nathan McCain, Jerry Springer, Peter Perfect, and Carl Edwards. Now your lead lap cars. Your lap car's pretty much the same as before. Woody Woodpecker 2 laps off pace. Brendan Gaughan, Alfred Hitchcock, Tom Jones, Geddy Lee all 1 lap. We've getting near halfway point in this smash 'em, dash 'em, crash 'em car show. It's a Dodge 'em car show definitely today. There was some weather in the area. We found a nice gap to hopefully get the entire race in, but if we keep doing this, it might start raining right towards the end of this. So that's another thing to keep in mind. I think if we red flag this for any nasty accident, that would end up, we probably won't be able to get the rest of this race in. We're kind of on a tight schedule here. We gotta get this race in. So, guys, if we could stop wrecking a little. Green flag is out, and look! Snoop Dogg did not have a good jump, and Woody Woodpecker has cleared the 18 midway through the corner. Snoop Dogg fighting back on the outside, but Woody Woodpecker knows if we have more yellows, this was his best chance to get back on, to get another lap back. Hutt Strickland now, he's in 6th. Looking for 5th on Al Capone. And look at this, Burt Reynolds. He's working, trying to get around the 18. Woody Woodpecker pits. Oh no! Something amiss. The 43 pits. I don't know what's wrong with them. Did they not get fuel in the car? The 66 pits. And Carl is slow. Wow, that was an interesting turn of events. Snoop Dogg and Burt Reynolds are running away with this at the moment. Rick Mast, all of a sudden, a great shove. Gonna get by the lap cars. A shove. Kathy Bates, of all people. I don't even think they're in the... I don't remember. I think, yeah, because it's the Rush Bates Alliance. So Woodpecker Racing actually gets their engines from a different source. Ooh. Ooh. Oh. Oh! What are you doing? Harrison Ford just turned crow, and Dave Marcus's collected caution is out. And look at this. Hut Strickland nabs a spot back into the top 5. Absolutely finessed as we are finally past halfway. Well, luckily, the more cars that get destroyed, that means the less cars will be on the track and the less chances for cautions. Fortunately, it probably means the more cars will end up a lap down and the more chances for cautions. Speaking of lap down, the one will go a lap down as the 66 is already... Oh, Woody Woodpecker has thrown away his own race. Oh, Ian Anderson, what are you doing? Ian Anderson is pulling down. I don't know who can all make it. I assume that they could all make it. I think I assumed wrong. Oh, is he not the only... Walter White comes down. And guys like Carl Edwards and Harrison Ford, they have... Well, Harrison Ford's got damage. Carl Edwards was towards the end of the lead lap, so this could be a strategy play. Donald Fagen was down. Very interesting strategy going on. See the Subway Aflac Robesto's machine. Could have gone with getting some damage repair melling as well. Just look at that. Julian Lennon photography. Who the frick owns that car? Frickin' Logan Cloud Motorsports or something? It's gotta be. Harrison Ford pulls his own face from his own car. Very interesting move. Crow T Robot, no Mystery Science Theater 3000 on the post Maxwell House #1. Snoop Dogg leading, Burt Reynolds second, Rick Master, Kathy Bates, Hut Strickland, your top 5. Al Capone, Stephen George in the Renault. Running 7th. Marco Polo, Al Roker, and Bela Fleck, your top 10. Then Rick Scott, 11th. Jeff, is he your highest? Rick Scott, your highest running rookie. Finally having a race. A good, putting in a complete race for once. So, Jeff Lynne, 12th. Iggy Koopa, 13th. Biden, 14th. Wilson, 15th. Morgan Freeman, James Bond, Tom Hanks, John Cena, Denzel Washington, Jerry Springer, Peter Perfect, Nathan McCain, not Bob Ross, Dave Marcus, still in 24th, Ian Anderson, Donald Fagen, Walter White, Carl Edwards, Harrison Ford, your lead lap cars. 29 cars remain on the lead lap. Which is... honestly, I expected this to be a lot cleaner race. But it's a lot more competitive Richmond race than we have seen in years past here. We have seen oftentimes, in fact, I believe all of the last 3 races, the leader lead every single lap or at least not get past on track. 7 cars now will line up to the inside in varying states of speed. We will restart with 43 laps remaining. here in the Crown Royal presents the Tetsutetsu 400. After I don't even know how many cautions at this point. I've lost count. Probably at least like 5 cautions. Green flag is out. We are back underway here at Richmond. Look at this. The gamer strategy by Stephen George is to grab the inside line, which is going to be good, but depending on how slow these lap cars are, going in that second line might be your option for the time being. Depending on... Looked like it was working for Hut Strickland, but now it might not. Oh, look at Al. Oh, now that look at... Yeah. Now, Rick Mast will take second place back. To the inside, he goes from the 5, clears. Almost cleared. Now he's cleared, and he'll set his sights. Never mind, he won't set his sights, because Burt Reynolds is coming back. Oh, Lord. Oh. Caution is out again. Peter Perfect blowing up. Looks like some people were hitting pit road. 6 and the 55. Meanwhile, they're almost going 4 wide. Yells Ardette's teammates right there. Oh, a Perfect gets bounced around and shot into the wall by John Cena. Relatively clean crash though. Oh, and then John Cena just has to... Perfect into his pit stall. As my mother is down to 9% phone battery. That's lovely. Ian Anderson has also pulled it down for service. Brian Wilson. Rick Scott. Really interesting pit strategy calls by a lot of the crews. And Hutt is down the 6th. Oh, look at this. Stephen George up the 5th. As your top 4, I want to say, remain unchanged. Kathy Bates is in 4th. $26 cars now on the lead lap. Snoop Dogg is probably in the cap. If we get down to within 10 to go, then that's going to be really interesting for a restart. So it's Snoop, Burt, Mast, Bates, Stephen George, Strickland, Polo, Capone, Fleck, and Morgan Freeman, your top 10. Then Koopa, Biden, Bond, Hanks, Fagan, Washington, White, McCain, Springer, and Dave Marcus has moved up to 20th. Is this the comeback? And Harrison Ford, Carl Edwards, John Cena, Ian Anderson, Rick Scott, Brian Wilson. Probably go green with like 35 to go. So this is the 6th caution. It looks like. Sixth caution of today's. That was actually a good guess then. The five cautions in the last. Go green. With 35 cars running. 27 cars on the lead lap. Tom Jones, Bob Ross, Brendan Gaughan, Geddy Lee, Crow T Robot, Al Roker, Jeff Lynne all a lap down. Alfred Hitchcock 2 laps off pace. And Woody Woodpecker 3 laps in arrears. This will be very interesting. There's 6 cautions. We're going to get back green with 35 to go. Hopefully we can remain relatively clean till the end. Green flag is out and we're racing. Not the best restart for Snoop Dogg, but not a great restart for Tom Jones either. I think Snoop Dogg will have the power off the high side. Gone! Not gone. That's Biden around in the back. Does he take out anyone else? No, nobody else. Caution is out. Tom Jones isn't quite. Marco Polo is nabbed 5th place in all the confusion. Speaking of confusion, look at this mess! Cars going at 25 miles an hour. Doing 30-mile an hour just to figure out how to pace. Oh Lord. Anybody coming down? Gosh, imagine if somebody needs to pit was stuck on the outside. Apparently Joe Biden does not need to pit even after flat spotting his rubber. What even caused them to get looped? Probably looks like it was off the trouble corner, which is turn 2. Oh, Bond hooked him. Oh my, look at that! Good car control by former Vice President Joe Biden. Do we have an onboard with them? Let's see. We do. Watch this as he spins and keeps it off the wall. And then he just gets in the gear just the perfect time to get the bite to go forward. The great car control. Joe Biden. Biden hasn't had 4 big wins last year. He's not one this year. I wouldn't be surprised if he's waiting till that first weekend in November to get a big win. That would be a very Biden-esque move. Yeah. Does that count as Biden-esque? I don't freaking know anymore. Oh, the 10 car is out. Ugh. No, the 10 car's in. It's 15th. Yes, it's the old ones. Snoop Dogg, Burt Reynolds, Rick Mast, Kathy Bates, Marco Polo, Stephen George, Hut Strickland, Al Capone, Bela Fleck, Morgan Freeman, your top 10. Iggy Koopa, James Bond, Donald Fagen, Tom Hanks, Walter White, Denzel Washington, Dave Marcus, Nathan McCain, Jerry Springer, Harrison Ford, Ian Anderson, John Cena, Rick Scott, Carl Edwards, Brian Wilson, Joe Biden, your lead lap cars as we will go back green on lap 72. 30 laps to go here, and the Crown Royal presents the Tetsutetsu 400. We have gone through 7 caution periods so far this afternoon. Rain is looming. Oh, we're hearing reports of an oil leak. A minor oil leak, but there is an oil leak on the 17 machine. We'll see if that plays into effect. If we see people really slipping and sliding, then we probably know there's just enough fluid. Ooh, look at this move. 3 wide and 2 of the 3 are lappers. Oh, this is going to hurt Rick. Oh my lord of gardenness. Oh, power move, but Bob Ross trying to get his lap back. As Jerry Springer does indeed. Bob Ross did have his lap back at the line. Doesn't look like he's going to keep it. Oh, he's trying to... Snoop Dogg going for that crossover. I thought they were going to pit. Woody Woodpecker trying to get yet another lap back. Burt Reynolds, Kathy Bates trying to track down their leaders. Cautions are Snoop's best friend at this point. Oh, Snoop going underneath the 5. Oh, nearly got punted by the 21. Nearly hooked him. Burt Reynolds looking for his first win since, I believe, Sonoma last year. The second career win. Kathy Bates hasn't won in, I think, Rockingham last year. Marco Polo hasn't won ever. Has he? Maybe. No, I think he won a dual race. I think that's it. Rick Mass has never won. Hut Strickland has never won. Stephen George won 3 times in the Melling Series. Bela Fleck won at Dover. Al Capone's never won, and Al Roker hasn't won since 2018, the TVA 500. Jerry Springer comes back off the racetrack. Several laps off the pace. He is 4 laps down, leaving only 25 cars on the lead lap of 35 that are running. And we've had a relatively clean stretch to the race so far. Try not to jinx it, knock on wood. Looks like it's going to be Snoop Dogg and Burt Reynolds contending this out. Probably because of all the lap... Oh, I guess Kathy Bates is here. A lot of this is going to come down to whether or not Burt Reynolds can get by Woody Woodpecker or not. Also, how quickly they'll catch up to Carl Edwards. Was very off pace. Is that how you put it? Was consistently off pace. That's... Now Kathy Bates looking to the inside. Ford underneath the Dodge for 3rd. No, 2nd. Meanwhile, a battle for 4th has erupted out, and Rick Mast looks like he'll be the victor at the moment. Bela Fleck looking to follow through and take 5th place for Marco Polo. Hut Strickland having an incredible race. Could have been a little better, I guess. But it looks like now that we gotten clean for a little bit, it looks like it's going to be Snoop Dogg's race to lose. Oh, Rick Mast. Oh, this was... It coulda, woulda, shoulda. Who's even the pole sitter? I forgot. It was Bela Fleck, that's right. Snoop Dogg started 19th. And Woody Woodpecker has actually gotten one of his laps back here. With 18 to go. But what is helping Snoop Dogg is the fact that Burt Reynolds and Kathy Bates keep trading second. I say that in one lap, Kathy Bates falls from second to fourth, as now Rick Mast has set his sights on second place. Has Mast come alive at the right time? Mast is hungry. He has never won. He actually had to retire from racing in 2002 due to carbon monoxide poisoning. But he's back now through the powers of whatever powers are allowing freaking people like Woody Woodpecker to race. Surely they can allow Rick Mast. And here he is. With 15 laps to go. He's a second behind the leader, and he's looking to take second place. Down to the inside of the 2 goes the 98. Burt Reynolds trying to get the bite off of the corner. Rick Mast can outbrake him going in the corner. He does a little bit, and he's there. He's got a nose out in front as they come to the line. Rick Mast is now being shown in second place with 14 to go. The gap down to a half a second. Snoop Dogg, his tires falling off. Mast coming alive right at the right time. Can he get clear of the 2? He does. He's got a breathing room for a second as Kathy Bates is trying to complete a pass on the third, I mean. But now here comes Kathy Bates. This is not good for anybody not named Snoop Dogg. There's just endless battling for second place. Nobody wants to battle Snoop Dogg for the win. Burt Reynolds had second, and Kathy Bates took it. Then Burt Reynolds took it again. Then Rick Mast took it, and now Kathy Bates is taking it again. They are just... Oh! Brendan Gaughan has blown up the points leader! Has blown an engine! Oh, heartbreak for the 62 and for Logan Cloud Motorsports. Their other car remains 25th. Probably move up to 24th because of... No, I think Gaughan was actually lapped down. Dave Marcus. Oh, what could have been for him? Rick Scott, just on the outside of the top 10. 10 laps to go. If these Fords have to work together, Bates and Mast have to put aside their differences and just draft together to get to the lead. Burt Reynolds no longer a factor as he's getting passed for 4th by Bela Fleck, your pole sitter. And look at this, Kathy Bates is closing in on the back bumper of the 18. As look at Carl Edwards. He is certainly a car that is going to be existing. Kathy Bates right to the back bumper of the 18. She flashes down low to the inside with 8 laps to go. Here on the Crown Royal presents the Tetsutetsu 400. She's going to clear the 18 off the corner. New leader, Kathy Bates. Oh, Rick Mast could have had a better corner complex, and he could have capitalized and passed the 18 right then and there. 7 to go as they all dive to the inside of the 94 of Carl Edwards. Oh, top 3 under the blanket. Top 3. Make that top 4. Here comes Bela Fleck into the conversation. Suddenly a race on our hands as there's the one car of Crow T Robot just ahead. Bates gonna easily get by the 1. No, not easily. Not as easily as I thought. Crow has got some pace with 6 to go. Rick Mast trying to look to the inside, looks like he's got the faster car, but Snoop Dogg just keeps throwing the block. 5 laps to go for Kathy Bates here at Richmond. Bela Fleck still trying to hang in this 2nd through 4th under a blanket. Mast can Mast make the big power move that he needs to win this race? I don't think he's doing it. 4 to go for Kathy Bates. Oh, there's one possible more if he's slow enough would be Woody Woodpecker. I don't think they're going to catch him. Snoop Dogg is all over the back bumper trying to get back to the lead. So we come to 3 laps to go. Oh, man. Kathy Bates leading here in the late stages. Snoop Dogg had this race seemingly in the bag. Rick Mast getting hounded for 3rd. They coming to 2 laps to go. Kathy Bates extending her lead just a little bit, and it looks like it might be enough. Oh! Geddy Lee might be slow enough. Snoop Dogg is probably the only person who has a chance of beating Kathy Bates. Burt Reynolds is going to lose out on a top 5 as Marco Polo goes to the inside. White flag is out. Oh, there's Geddy Lee. I don't think he's going to be slow enough to be a factor. The tires are all shot on the 18. And he backed up Rick Mast enough so nobody had a chance to get around Kathy Bates. She'll take the checkered flag and wins the Crown Royal presents the Tetsutetsu 400. Burt Reynolds somehow held on for 5th place. Oh, what happened to Hutt? Hutt dropped the 15th at the end. Color Rick Scott 11. Donald Fate, no, he was 12. Donald Iggy Koopa finessed the top 10. Good job for him. Good work. And we got the race in just in time. Some sprinkles are being reported right on the... There's some sprinkles. It's going to be a rain shower. Going to be raining by the time Kathy Bates starts celebrating in Victory Lane. Got the race in just in time. What a race. What a race. What a race! That should be the last race of the entire month. Be honest. Beats your winner. Kathy Bates. Coming all the way from the 29th starting slot to win this one. What a trooper. Rick Mast 3rd. Wow. What a race. Oh, this should shake up the points massively. Count Dracula loses 32 spots en route to a 40th place finish. You hate to see it. You really do. You also hate to see rain shorten races, and that's exactly what we were somehow able to avoid with them deciding not to wreck right there at that last stint. Now, your points table, have we been recording? Good. New points leader is Joe Biden. He's leading. Oh, Bela Fleck 2nd. Oh, man. Top 9 within a race. It was a top 9, okay. Nobody falls outside the top 35. Oh, man. Count Dracula came real. Burt Reynolds. Poor Burt Reynolds. Oh, Rick Scott had a great race. Oh, this was... Burt Reynolds needed Rick Scott to have a bad race. Oh, no. Donald Fagen with a big... That was a much-needed result. Up to 40th in points. Carl Edwards up to 43rd. This means Chick Corea is the lowest of the full-time drivers. A very rough rookie campaign for the defending Melling Series champion. Blaze Alexander's also missed the firm. Grover Cleveland, oh. Wow. Cleveland's only made 3 races, and he's gotten top 3s and top 5s in every one of them. What a stat! They need to just put Grover Cleveland. They need to just have him in someone else qualifying for. Grover Cleveland just cannot qualify into a race to save his life, but when he does, watch out. That's an amazing stat. Kaminari was having a pretty good streak going. Got like the 6th the one time, and he was running good until he had that epic flip along with the double. There was the double flip. It was Kaminari and Geddy Lee in the highlight reel where he crashed. Man, we've had some pretty good crashes this year. There were some good ones today. Not that I necessarily we like to see these cars all get torn up and stuff, but for those of you who put together these crash compilations, we are giving you some fuel. I should put together a supercut. Stephen George, 14th in points without, missing a race. Brian Wilson missed 2 races in a row. Very interesting. So 30 drivers, it looks like, have made every single race this year, that's pretty good, honestly. I figured there might be some, considering the oddities of the 500, not necessarily having 35 locked in. I think it's done pretty good. We're not going to see any stupid DNQs for the rest of the year, I don't think. Like, we're not going to see, freaking the points lead, like, one of the drivers fighting for the championship mess. So, I think the system is working out pretty well. And Carl Edwards has actually gotten a streak of making races. He only made 2 of the first 6 races, and he's made the last 4 races. So, he is doing something right, at least. He's only 43rd in points, as opposed to being 48th. 45. So it's a very slow climb up, but obviously the goal is the top 35. It's giving these guys low in points something to fight for. So I think the system has worked out great. Anyway, next up is Evergreen. No, it's Atlanta. Next week, I think, is Atlanta. That'll be the CNN Real News 500. Yes. So, That being said, I'm announcer Western Caves. We hope you have a great day, and we'll see you next time for another exciting race. Oh, I missed clicking.